Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us here on Midday Kentucky. Troy taking a little well-deserved time off. So we've got Lisa, David, happy Friday, everyone.
When we hear earlier, happy Friday.
Friday. Oh, yeah. Friday.
Jordan,
nice.
one of our girls, was like, it's Friday. I was like, I love that.
I know. I love our interns. They keep us young. Now we know. Now we know about Friday.
We're so hip around here. So cool.
What are you guys doing this weekend?
You know what? We are going to be moving, so we are starting that process of moving things, and it's going to take a whole month. We gave ourselves a whole month to move,
nice.
so we didn't want to do it like in one weekend and just destroy that weekend or whatever. We're just going to do it gradually.
Do you already have Doug at home doing all the work?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm glad you're back, Doug.
What about
Get
you,
to
David?
work. I'm doing Wags and Drags, which you had on Good Day, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
And I really think everybody should go out there. I got my dog from the Scott County Humane Society, and we love him. And just huge shout out to Wags and Drags. It's this weekend, it's tomorrow, and you can check it out online. So definitely support that.
Yeah, we love the Scott County Humane Society, and we did post all the details over on the Good Day Kentucky Facebook page, or website. So if you want to see that. Lisa, you're going to tell us about the Olympics?
Yeah.
You're going to take over for Troy, who's going to do the Olympic update.
Well, and I guess, first of all, we have to reveal the person that has won the snowshoe.
That's
okay.
really exciting.
So it's time to reveal the winner of the snowshoe contest, and the lucky winner is Michael Francis of Sadieville. Congratulations, Michael. That's awesome.
Yeah,
what a package.
I love snowshoe. So
I know.
that is going to be a great trip.
I'm sure
so
it will
we'll be contacting you to provide all the information regarding your weekend getaway. And I have to say, it looked amazing. All of the tapings that we had from Troy's trip at Snowshoe. He's a little snow bunny, so he was loving it. Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
beautiful.
really believe he was skiing until that last video where he's like, this is me going down the hills. And I was like, you really do ski.
We wanted proof. We wanted verification it was him. He had to be talking as he was skiing down the hill. So he finally provided it.
Because they have so much stuff like in for kids and families. Like, I mean, look at this.
Snow tubing, all that.
This looks so much fun.
I love it. I love it. Okay, now on to the Olympics, of course. Norway holds its grasp on first place with 37 medals. They are rocking it. And Canada is still the runner-up with 27 medals. Germany is in third place with 26 medals. And USA is still in fourth with 21 medals. 10 gold, 8 silver, and 9 bronze. Australia, sorry, Troy, but they're moving way down to the 20th place. Oh, sorry. Still only holding 3 medals. So, but Australia, they're trying.
Did you guys happen to see where USA beat Canada in the hockey, in the female hockey?
Yeah,
it was like a really big deal.
It was.
It was like first time in 20 years.
I know. Good for them.
It was a little rough watching the USA ice skating last night. A lot of falls, but that ice hockey team for the women, that was amazing.
Yeah, it really was. It was.
Something else that's pretty amazing. I think this is good news for us, Lisa, because we've got like a glass of wine maybe on the weekend.
Yeah.
You have some good news about wine. What's this study?
Well, I'm always worried about your all's health,
Oh, thank you, David.
No,
appreciate that.
But this is so cool because everyone wants to live a long time, but the last, what about that 90 period? Actually making it to those older years, and the answer could be as simple as a glass of wine or a beer every day. So, I think that's a little toast to our odds right there.
Katie, we are living
long.
Well, this came
God
from
willing.
UC Irvine Institute. Memory impairments and neurological disorders started in 2003, which the goal is to analyze the fastest growing age group to find out the habits that contribute to quality and quantity of life. So in other words, we need to, try to get on that Betty White level. So the neurologist found that in this study, Dr. Claudia Kawas said that the secret to growing old could be as simple as getting a daily dose of our favorite Pinot, which I know you ladies enjoy. So basically, the big picture here is that she was saying, and I know the big thing is like, well, is it just having a glass of wine? Is it that easy? But it's also stimulating the mind to one of your favorite hobbies for 2 hours a day. She said Instagram scrolling does not count, so I thought we were all guilty with that. But and she said exercising 15 to 45 minutes 3 times a week.
Okay.
So those are pretty general. We all know that exercise is great,
right?
But to actually have that glass of wine, she says, super healthy, super way to go, or a beer. She said your hard liquor, unfortunately does not help.
It doesn't count, huh?
Well, that's good news for me. I like a glass of wine.
So do I. So do I.
But you know, I think it's one of those things where it's like you can have that little guilty pleasure and still feel good about it. It's the exercise and all that stuff.
Well, I think it's kind of what we say with most things, everything in moderation, right?
Yes.
So this is just one glass, and not, you know what I mean?
Not a bottle. Not a bottle.
Not a bottle, or you know the
Just a
hefty
glass.
pour when you're pouring your own glass.
Yeah.
It's not the same as a restaurant glass.
Did they
So,
specify white or red? Did they make any specifications on that?
She did talk about red wine. That's
Okay.
a great question because I think you're getting the antioxidants.
Yeah,
So it makes sense. It's still, you know, I know some of us, sometimes we get that little sweet tooth.
Yeah.
You know, on a summer day, you want that white wine, but try to stick to your reds. And I think you might be living a little bit longer to see
I'm
it.
a big fan of the white, so it's hard for me. Okay, if I drink red, though, I want something sweet. So what would you guys recommend if there was a
I really
sweet
like dry reds. I like a
Yeah.
Malbec
Do you?
or a Cab. Yeah.
I love a Pinot, you know, Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get someone in here and do some tastings. We gotta find Lisa's
a-
perfect wine.
Yes, that's a
There we
great
go.
topic.
I love it.
All right, well, David, you know, whenever we happen to be on the show together, I like to bring up wedding topics because you know, at home, David is engaged to Brandy,
Yep.
and they are kind of going through that process of getting ready for their wedding.
Y'all, it is so close.
June,
we're
right?
We're like 3 months out.
Are you feeling the
not-
pressure?
Yes. I'm not like people are like, hey, David, I haven't gotten an invitation. It's because we haven't gotten them out, people. So this is perfect for me.
David, 3 months?
Listen, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm really busy doing this show called Midday Kentucky with my
know.
favorite people.
I
So
understand. Well, speaking of invites, this is a funny blog post I saw online, and this is a young woman that says she failed to get an invite to one of her friends' weddings.
Oh.
So she reached out to the friend's mom to see if she could get invited.
wow, that's kind of pushing
So
it.
I kind of wanted to pose 2 questions for you. Would you ever do that? I don't think most of us would.
No.
But then how much say do you think the parents should have in who comes to the wedding?
I'm just going to go ahead and let y'all know that Rita Goldman's been very involved in the say who's coming to my wedding. And, you know, she's helping us in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, it's the town she grew up in. She has been amazing. She's been my whole family's been very involved. We're like putting together, like, it's like my whole family's cooking and stuff for it. Because I've just got that type of family. They want to be involved.
Yeah.
But if somebody called my mom and was like, hey, I didn't get an invite, can I come? I would kind of feel like they crossed the boundary there.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
I would too.
If mom was like, hey, you should invite blah, 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 she's giving me that chance to say, you know, yay
Yes,
or
on your
nay.
own. Make you think it's your
Make me-
idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if I was like, what are they doing here? And they were like, oh, your mom invited me, I'd be like, whoa. Whoa. I don't know, what do you guys think?
You know what? I think it depends too, but with the parents being involved, I mean, my parents, Doug's parents, helped pay for the wedding. So quite honestly, whoever they want to invite, that's fine with me.
Right.
If they're going to pay for it, you know. But if they gave us, like my mother gave us a budget, so in
Right.
order for us to fit everything into the budget, then we did have to kind of, you know, look at the invite list and say,
Okay.
we just can't do it. So it was kind of a give and take a little bit with that. But yeah, if they're footing the bill, I'm like, hey, yeah,
That's
more
a
the
great
merrier.
point.
Yeah, I kind of think that too. If mom or dad are paying, I
Yeah.
think that, I don't know, that, you know, if they're paying for the dinner, they should be able
Right.
to have their
They get a little
friends,
say.
their
Right.
friends there. But
if
I don't
your
know.
friend called your mom,
Yeah, no, I know.
wouldn't you be like, listen, get the hint? I
Yeah,
didn't-
yeah.
exactly.
It's a little,
Yeah.
gave me chills.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
unless it was an honest forget, you know, maybe there was something, I don't know.
I guess their friend probably didn't admit, hey, your daughter didn't want to invite me. Can I be on your
That's the
list?
mom in the awkward situation
Right.
too.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, let's move on from weddings.
I know.
And once you
Okay.
get married, we know kids are quick on your list, and we know you want them to be Olympians. So Lisa has some tips to help your kids with their Olympic dreams.
Yeah.
Katie, I felt a lot of focus right there.
Yeah.
We're taking our time.
Well, you know, this was interesting because it's about parents, how to really kind of support the things to do that you should do to support your children in their athletic endeavors, and things you should not do. So here's some of the do's that they came up with, and I thought this was really interesting. I have kids in sports, And I'm telling you, I've seen everything across the gamut. I mean, I've seen very supportive, and then I've seen just over the top, cursing. I mean, the whole bit. And this is like 6-year-olds playing baseball. So yeah, it's crazy. But the do's, here we go. Allow your child to be interested in what they want to play, no matter what sport it is. Let them choose it. That's really hard. I could see where that's hard as a parent, because you do kind of
sometimes you want to follow their footsteps.
Exactly. You want, you're trying to relive your youth, and that's something that comes up later too. But also teach your child to respect the coach. Yeah. This is really important. It teaches them, it's vital for the child's progress and performance that he or she listens to and trusts the coach's advice, and that it teaches them to show respect and accountability too of their own actions. So it's really important. Number 3, be willing to let your child make his or her own mistakes. I know you want to try to prevent it. I remember on the sidelines for soccer, I was desperately trying to get Harrison to just stick a foot out or something to try to get the ball.
Oh, I thought you meant to trip somebody.
No,
I was like, whoa, Lisa, you're that parent yelling
I'm not
at the
that
kids.
parent. Not yet.
Trip them.
Knock them down. No. And then number 4, be interested and supportive and understanding with an open-heartedness about what your child is going through. Try not to get just so in your head, attacking your child's performance. Really just try to let them do their performance, let them be them, and then talk to them afterwards about, what do you think went right? How do you feel that you did today? Blah, blah, blah. So it's just a real supportiveness. And then model flexibility of your own opinions. And again, be willing, you have to accept as a parent that you might be wrong, that you actually might be wrong, and that your child might be right. So let them kind of step away and let them be themselves.
I want to hear these don'ts.
Yeah, here's the don'ts.
I think that's going to be a little bit.
The don'ts. Don't try to relive your youth through your child. Number 1. I mean, I see this all the time. Number 2, don't blame the equipment, coach, other players, referees, or even the weather if your child's team is not doing well. It's not. Again, it's about accountability for your child's actions. Number 3, don't push. Children who are being pushed beyond their capabilities may lose their self-confidence. And that's huge. I mean, self-confidence, it's all, in sports, it's like 15% physical and 85% mental. You have to, you have to have that self-confidence.
Well, and I will say these kids get pushed like on a whole nother level now.
Yeah, they do.
They're playing like 15 sports. They're running around, and it's like the expectation is so crazy.
High. Yeah, it's really high. And then don't expect perfection or tie your ego or image into your child's performance. So again, it's like not trying to relive your youth, and then give them a break. They're a kid. They're going to make mistakes. And that's it. Those are the do's and don'ts. I don't know.
I like it. Thank you for the tips, Lisa. We're raising Olympians at home.
Yes,
in mind.
Gold medalist.
Well, I wanted to bring this to the table today. This is about how much money it takes to be happy. So they're saying money does buy happiness. There's a number. So this is, they said, for singles, not families.
Okay.
What do you think the number is for happiness, according to this survey?
Wait a minute. Okay.
For a yearly salary.
A yearly salary. Okay.
I think it also depends on where you live. Like,
True.
If you're in New York City versus Lexington,
well, let's
Kentucky.
say this was just an average town. They say.
Okay.
So
I would
let's
say
say middle America. Let's say
70,000.
Okay.
70,000. Yeah, I was thinking closer to 100.
Yeah, because they're saying at this number, it's not that you have to make this much to be happy, but they're saying once you make this much, whatever you make above that does not increase your happiness.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So they say $90,000. So closer to you said.
Yeah.
But this study says $60,000 to $75,000 for emotional well-being.
Oh,
so I think that would be
good.
happiness at that level. But then they said once you make 90, however much you make above that, it's not going to improve your happiness in terms of finances. I don't know. I was kind of surprised by that, and just for a single person, it's not a family income at $90,000. I think that's a lot for one person.
That person is just loving life. They're like, what am I doing? Whatever I want. Throw a little money in the air and just go.
Well, I wasn't surprised with the $60,000. I think that that's probably, once you get there, maybe you're at a point where you're able to pay all of your bills, but still have spending money and able to save. So for me, I thought that might be a point where once you have everything kind of taken care of, you're not worried about money.
Right.
I don't know.
You know, it's interesting because I remember when I first got my first job where I was making like big girl money and I was like, you know, real world, you know, and the whole bit. And I was like, and there is a sense of happiness that Doug and I had during that time frame before we had kids and all of the other financial responsibilities. But I remember surprising him on his birthday, I had enough money, and I'm usually very tight with money and very cautious with spending, but I actually was able to rent a BMW, like a Sportster, and surprise him for his birthday. And it was just for the day, and we could cruise around and stuff. And it was we could afford it. And I remember thinking, I don't even have to worry about the cost because we can actually afford it now. And it was so nice. And he loved it. It was fun. You know, it was just a fun little thing to
wonderful.
do.
All right, well, let us know what you think. What salary do you think would buy happiness? But stay with us after the break. I'm sitting down with Dr. Smith from Georgetown Bariatrics and Advanced Surgical Services. He's next.